lifters. Here we are at the boat again. It's a Saturday. I think it's the 27th of July. And right now, what we're doing is we're putting the new templates. We've used the templates to cut the subfloor, the new subfloor. As you can see, pieces around. Here's a piece here. There's a piece over here. And what we're doing right now is we're putting some reinforcing structures in, because when we cut the old subfloor and finished floor away, like right here, over on this section, there was, the old floor went up underneath this cabinetry and was supported back there by these stringers here and another set in the back here that we can't get to. And when we put the new floor in, there not being a stringer there and not being a stringer here left us no place for the end of the boards to fall, and so we had a lot of deflection there. Same thing right here. We had to put in this piece so that we would have a lip here for this piece of the board to fall against that lip to sit on. And then over here for a piece that curls around here, because the same situation exists here where we had to cut the floor away flush. As you can see, it used to go up underneath this piece of furniture here, and it was supported back there. Well, without this structure here, there's nothing to support it, and it would deflect. So we're going through here and we're adjusting, and we're putting in more support. So I just put this one in. I'm getting ready to put this one in right now.
So without those supports, we lay the board down, and if you step,
it deflects.
There,
that's what I said.
Yeah, it creaks, makes that creak.
Creaks,
bends, and yeah, it's just not good. It has to be solid.
So we're going to toenail in to this from the top, we hope.
Raised it with a little hair, didn't it?
It's all right. It'll I can camera it down.
Okay.
Okay.
That looks pretty solid. What do you think back there?
Well,
we had to cut a little what do you call it, little angle off at the bottom of the board to kind of fit well with the slanting of the hull, the slope of the hull. So it is pretty secure back there. Same with
these boards rest on the hull, so it's the hull back there in the back that supports the back part of this board. It's not connected to anything. It just rests on the hull. Mm-hmm. Aft further, you can see some stringers back there. Those 1, 2, 3 stringers that meet the hull, those aren't attached to the hull in any way. They just sit there, and then the compression of the floor being on them is what holds it in place.
So they're floating on those ends.
So they're floating there, but they're connected at that end. To the bulkhead, but not at this. And of course it's a boat, which means we're in tight angles. It's difficult to move around. It's also hot in here. And so, it's slow going. We've got to measure and then cut and then trim, and then because nothing's plumb. There's no right angles. Everything's off a little bit. The boat's 33 years old, so over the years it's twisted a bit. As it's been through the water, it moves around, and so the hull twists a little. And
what do they call that?
Oil canning. Yep. It's not terrible. If it were terrible, then we would probably not have bought the boat. But we do see some evidence of it. The forward cabin, the door going in the forward cabin doesn't close properly. It needs to be adjusted. The one in the aft cabin's not too bad, but again, it does rub a little bit, which is indicative of some shifting of the hull and the furniture inside, as the boat gets older. It's a 33-year-old boat. What do you want? So anyway, these stringers here will provide a landing area for the subfloor sections that go here that would otherwise have been too wide a space, and it would have deflected. Too much. Even this space that goes from here to here is a bit long, and I'm thinking about maybe putting a piece of wood from here to here just for the sake of securing it. But we'll just have to see how the floor goes.
So
the floor is going to be an inch thick, so it's not going to be they're subject to a lot of flexing in a small space like that once the whole floor is down. The subfloor is only 1/2 inch, and then the teak and holly that'll go on top of this. So this is a 1/2 inch marine grade plywood, and the teak and holly is another 1/2 inch, so it's a full inch of flooring.
So we've got about half the salon almost cut out. Well, there's that board is standing up, but we're gonna lay it down.
Yeah, we've kind of measured that one out.
Yeah, and that's gonna lay
Done
down
some
right
trimming
there.
on that one edge right there.
This edge here, right? This
to make it fit more.
yeah.
on
There's
this
so many different
section
angles.
over here.
Yeah, got what angle? Oh, that angle right there.
Yeah.
So they're fitting. We're just kind of
Well, finessing them.
shaving off with
Yeah.
the sander a little bit here and there, so make them fit just right. There's the other one. You're standing in the way. But
Yeah, here's
we've
the
got
other.
that one leaning against the
plate
wall.
here.
Are you gonna lie them down, or you want to wait till we?
Well, we have to
gotta
trim
sand
this
it
one end over here to
Sand
get
it
it to
down.
lay in here properly.
Because it wouldn't lay down flat. It kind of got stuck. So anyway, these are all our cardboard templates that we had cut out and measured.
We
traced
used
to make
the
our
old
board.
subfloor. Was it the subfloor that we used?
No, the old regular floor, the teak and holly.
So we laid this down on top of the floor as it was here, and we traced
yeah,
around
we
it.
measured with the seams of the old floor while it was still in the boat.
Yeah.
Measured, and then I created these templates from it, and then of course laid them down on the board and traced them and cut these boards out. One of which is lying right there. Anyway, be able to see it better once we lay them down. But Mark is telling me that for the regular floor that goes on top of the subfloor later, the nice teak and holly, we're gonna have new
finger's gonna get in the way.
templates. We'll have new templates for the teak and holly. What are you doing?
You're gonna face
Too
it.
much heat.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
where's your steel-toed shoes?
in order to make this floor look good, following the original layout with the teak and holly is probably not going to work because of the necessity to adjust where the edges of the boards fall, because the stringers were kind of based on the old subfloor and the way it was put in here, and so because we cut parts of the floor away without any support under them because we didn't want to dismantle furniture, it's going to necessitate we make some differences, some changes to the way the new teak and holly actually lays in here, where we actually seam it and all that sort of thing. So it'll probably just be better if we just measure and cut for a particular section and just do one section at a time. Make sure that all our teak and holly lines line up longitudinally with the boat and the lines that are up forward there. We have to make them line up with the lines in the forward section.
Oh yeah, they can't see it right now with all our junk, but the teak and holly that's going to be already existing there, they line it up to make it match that. You can see that in the passageway leading to the forward stateroom.
So that's probably going to, I think it'll be easier if we just pattern it differently and cut it specifically for how we pattern it, rather than trying to follow a template. All right, well, back to work. Lots more to do.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah,
It rained a little earlier, it was cloudy, but here's the view out of our window. Beautiful. It's about, what, 5 o'clock? Oh, almost 6 o'clock. Alright, nice lettered boat.
Yes.
But that means there's lots of work getting done, so anyway, get to work, Dave.
Yeah. All right, so we need to trim this, so I need your help, so we have to put that away.
Okay. All right, Mark. Mark just sanded that section. See now if the board will lay down. Hope it does. That's kind of tight here to film. Oh, it's going down. It's good up or aft. Oh, does it fit?
Yeah.
It really does.
Oh no, it's still.
It does not.
It's still.
It's binding.
There's still. Look, see this?
Oh,
an
it's
eighth of an
stuck.
inch.
Oh man, right there.
Well, it's all the way across.
You sure? It looks
Positive.
like it fits. Really? Is it?
See, that piece goes all the way across. See that?
Oh, it's hit. Wow. Then we need to cut it with a saw.
Yep.
Because that's a substantial lip.
Mm.
You can't rest on.
No.
It can't rest on that lip.
And there's no room
It's got to
over
rest
here.
on the stringer.
There's no room over here for it to go this way.
Oh,
So
okay.
gotta trim it with
Jeez,
the
that
saw.
was a waste with the sander. Then we got to
Yes.
cut this length here with the saw.
Yeah, that's pretty
All right. Well, that's how it goes.
much. Okay, well, that's
sometimes.
another day. We're not doing
Could be worse. All right. Well,
it. Call it a day.
call it a day. That'll be next on our list of things to do. Wow, we got a lot to clean up. Time to get the vacuum cleaner out and some of the sawdust stuffing out of here. One day, this will be nice and clean and livable. Keep your eye on the prize, right?
That's right.
Okay, Mark. Any parting words? Smile.
It's hot. It's late.
And you're hungry.
I'm tired. No, I'm not so
You
hungry.
have a headache?
No,
Oh, that's good.
it's hot.
Jeannie's not grumpy.
No, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
All
Well,
right.
listen, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We do appreciate it. And progress is slow, but it is progress. And we kind of got a late start today because of the weather. We had some serious rain going on, and we can't have the hatches and all that open in the boat when it's raining because all the water gets into everything. We've got all this electronic equipment and all these tools in here. We don't want them getting wet, so we had to wait for the rain to stop. So that put us behind the power curve. But you know, I mean, we did get some stringers installed. We did identify some areas that are necessary to put some additional stringers in, and of course we're trying to fine-tune these various different templates like this one so that it fits properly.
Yeah.
So it's slow going, but it's all necessary because this is the subfloor, and this is going to be the base for obviously for the finished floor, and it's got to be right. So
Gotta be sturdy and
it's got to be right.
secure.
So until next time, we thank you for following along. We thank you for tuning in. We ask if you haven't subscribed to please do so. Share these videos with your family, your friends, acquaintances. It helps us to get out there in front of more people. And again, thank you. And from the crew of Thunder, fair winds and
Follow
blessings.
us. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.